Hey, hi guys. Welcome to Super Days of Super Dave. This is uh I'm so excited. We're trying something a little bit new with the formatting. I hope I look right side. I'm holding my iPad beautifully horizontally instead of vertically. And yeah. So, hi Jen. Howdy. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. And yeah, I'm so glad you guys are here. Happy day. Happy Tuesday for those here in the West. Happy Wednesday for yous out there in the East, and just happy day all around. I'm so glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome to Super Day to Super Dave. My name is Super Dave. I'm with Best Life, and thanks, Jen. I feel great. I appreciate you saying I look great. I feel great. I wanted to read this. We read this day in the business class, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's from the Money and Law of Attraction deck by Esther and Jerry. Excuse me, by Abraham and Esther and Jerry Hicks, and oh, it's so good because I just feel so inspired. We just got done with the business expansion class. Um, there's so many ideas of what your career should be or shouldn't be, or this, that, the other, that kind of thing. And I just really wanted to open up with this today because it's just so important and empowering and powerful, but also very soothing. I really feel that. So I'm gonna just have you guys read that. Yeah, pretty powerful, right? So I'll read it. It says, "My career is one of creating a joyful life experience." So and look at that beautiful picture. It's like, oh, look at me. I'm just birthing the beautifulness out of my own mouth, out of my own vibration. Wonderful, right? So I'm going to read the description. I think you guys are really going to resonate with this. But it says, if your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of intentions, freedom, growth, and joy, will come quickly and easily into alignment. I'm going to pause on that for a second. Isn't that so powerful? If your dominant intent is to feel joy while you're doing the work, your triad of intentions, freedom, growth, and joy, will come quickly and easily into alignment. Yeah, if you're doing things because it feels good, you're going to feel free in that. You're going to feel expansive in that. You're going to feel joyful in that, right? Isn't that so beautiful? It says, see your career, and then they have career in quotes, as one of creating a joyful life experience. You're not a creator of things. Ooh, wow, that might be a little bit like, ooh, controversial. Yeah, guys, you're not a creator of things. Ooh, so just take that in. You're not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created. Oh, that's a big one, right? I want to be as successful as Joe Blow. You are not Joe Blow. And it's not to say that you can't have the same levels of success as Joe Blow, but you are not Joe Blow. You will do it differently than Joe Blow. You will expand in different ways than Joe Blow. You may have similarities, but you are still not that same person. So listen to this again. So it says, you're not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created, or a gatherer of stuff, right? Oh my gosh, so many times out there people are going, well, if I have this, then I'm really successful. And if I have that, then I'm really successful. And if I have more of these, then I'm successful. Abraham says right here, you are not a creator of things or a regurgitator of what someone else has created or a gatherer of stuff. No, you are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. Take that in, guys. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. That is your mission. That is your quest. That is why you are here. Wow. I feel so inspired by that message. Because I can say for myself that that's what living life is about, man. It's about living life joyously. It's about living your life in the most joyous way possible, and just knowing that your career is not one of doing things. Your career is one of creating a joyful life experience. So, yeah, I love it. So I'm going to say hi. Hi, Sergio. Hi, Marionette. Welcome, you guys. Happy that you're here. Happy beautiful day to all of you beautiful ones. Yeah, good stuff. Jen's saying, yes, when you focus in the direction of that which feels good to you, more feel goodness is coming to you. Oh, it's so true. It's so, so true. When you're feeling good and you're focusing in that direction of what feels good to you guys, more goodness is coming your direction. And it really is that. We got a chance to listen to today's Abraham Now, too, earlier today. So good. So in alignment with everything that we're doing in Best Life. And I wanted to expand on this point of, life being a joyful experience, right? Just like it says in today's title, because you're supposed to feel good. Take that in. You're supposed to feel good. Your whole sole purpose for coming into this physical experience was to feel good. But guess what? Even though that was your purpose, you came with a triad of intentions, and that was freedom, growth, and or freedom, joy, and expansion. In here they call it freedom, growth, and joy. Well, growth is just another way to say expansion. So it's like when we have that understanding, then we can really continue to move into a space of going, oh, that's right. I came here to know that I live in this beautiful universe, which is like a well-stocked kitchen, right? So like just take that analogy in for a second, right? Like just think of everything that you've ever asked for in the universe is that well-stocked kitchen, right? And so everything that you ever wanted to eat or put into the recipe, it's there for you. And it's there in abundance. If you run out of one jar, there's 10 more jars behind that, right? Or if you run out of eggs, there's more eggs, and if there's no eggs there, then there's other stores that have eggs, and if the eggs aren't there, then there's more people breeding chickens to create more eggs. You get that? So you live in this abundant space and this abundant pantry, if you will, in this abundant kitchen. But here's what's so good about this, guys. Let's just say there's stuff that you don't like that is in the kitchen. Isn't it so nice to know that you don't need to put it in your pie? What I mean by that is Abraham used this analogy of like, you're in the kitchen and you're making a pie of everything that you want in that pie. But if there's Tabasco in your kitchen, it's not going to jump into the pie. Yeah, take that in. The Tabasco's not going to jump into your pie. It can't. It won't. It doesn't. But, ooh, and here's the but. If you put your intention and focus that it could, or that someone could magically come in and put that Tabasco in your pie, you will draw that Tabasco into your pie in some way, shape, or form. And you're probably listening and going, yeah, but pie? Really? That's the example that you came up with, Dave? Yeah. Because it's an easy, simple, fun example, but people do this with their lives all the time. Think about it. Oh gosh, I don't want them to come my way. I hope they don't come my way. Guess what, guys? They're coming your way. It's the same thing. But if you go, okay, they do act that way and vibrate that way, but they're not coming my way, then guess what? They won't. Or even if they did, you wouldn't react or respond to it. You would be able to acknowledge that. You would be able to acknowledge that vibration. So, so beautiful. So, yeah. Jen's saying, yes, when we ask, it is given, not taken from someone else. It is new unto all that is. Oh, yeah, Jen, so true. And I'm just adjusting my camera here for a sec. Give me a sec. Yeah, she said something really powerful, guys. She's saying, yes, when we ask, it is given, not taken from somebody else. Yeah, isn't it so good to know, guys, that it's ask and it's given, not ask and it's taken? That would be completely against the law of attraction. That would be saying, well, if I ask for what I want, I'm going to get what I don't want. No. And if you are asking for what you want and you go, but I got what I didn't want, there's only a couple of reasons we're getting what we don't want. One, it's there to show us that we can still feel good regardless of what comes in. Or two, we tolerated what we didn't want for such an extent of period that we were numb to it. And now that this thing came in, it blindsided you. They talked about this in today's Abraham Now, that, I feel like everything that happened with everything that's going on the planet right now blindsided me. Nothing can blindside you. And then I love how they had said, the only reason you might feel blind is because you were blind to it. You were blind to the vibrations that you were tolerating. You were blind to the vibrations that you weren't acknowledging. And isn't it so nice to know, guys, that we can acknowledge these beautiful vibrations and just continue to flow forward? Jenny, you're here. Hi. we're going to see if we can get you in here. Jen and I already practiced this beautifully, so we're going to try this out real quick. So, beautiful. Here we go. Oh, guest requests. Allow your viewers to request you to join. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Jen, very interesting. It doesn't give me that option like it did when we were testing. So, well, that's silly. I'll try something else here. That's so silly. So, Jen, it changes when you go live on a public page. So I don't know what that is. So, we'll have to try to think. Wait, what's this button? More ways to go live? No, that's not what I want to do. Sorry, guys, we're just having fun. Facebook's made a bunch of new beautiful updates lately, so there's all sorts of new things that are taking place. That's going to probably just be my reverse camera. But check. That's my reverse camera. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, well, Jen, it's interesting because that button that we tried to do where it says allow your viewers to request to join you as a guest in your broadcast, I have that turned on, and yet I can't add anybody. the add function is gone. It vanished. So, more beautiful tweaks to feel and flow forward with. But Jenny, so glad you're here. Yes, it is always perfect, my dear. You're right. Everything is always so beautiful and perfect. But yeah, I mean, it's just about understanding that we're here to have this life be this beautiful, joyful, fun experience. You know, it's so perfect to notice this. Oh, and Jen's asking Jenny a question. Perfect. Another thing I wanted to talk about it with this is well, I'm just going to read this card again. This time, instead of me adding a bunch of stuff, I'm just going to read it in its entirety because it's such a good message for all of us. But my career is one of creating a joyful life experience, right? So listen to this again. So this time I won't interrupt or add anything into it. It says, if your dominant intent is to feel joy while you are doing the work, your triad of intentions, freedom, growth, and joy, will come easily into alignment. See your career as one of creating a joyful life experience. You are not a creator of things, or a regurgitator of what someone else has created, or a gatherer of stuff. You are a creator, and the subject of your creation is your joyful life experience. That is your mission. That is your quest. That is why you're here. Can you guys feel that? Oh my gosh. It's like, you mean I just get to be here to feel good? Yeah. And I came into this physical experience knowing that by feeling good, that there would be beautiful opportunity for freedom, growth, or for freedom, expansion, and joy. Yeah. And that it's my predominant purpose to be here for joy. Yeah. And that in order for me to expand, contrast, or something different than what I'm previously emanating takes place. Yeah. And that only by pushing up against that contrast do I create resistance in my life. Yep. You knew all of that. But what's so been beautiful is that by living, we'll say humanly, we've sort of lost touch with that. But here's what's so cool about that too, guys. Even if there had been times in our life when we lost touch of that, it didn't mean that it's gone. It just meant that it was pinched off. It just meant that the understanding and the awareness of that was just kind of lying dormant, we'll say. But it didn't mean it was gone. It didn't mean that it vanished. It didn't mean that your beautiful ability to know what feels good to you and know that your internal guidance system is so beautifully, generously, gorgeously guiding you along in the direction of what you want. It just meant that it was pinched off. Think of it like a hose. Have you guys ever pinched off a hose? If you've ever done this, you want to know something really fun when you pinch off a hose? You can't pinch it off fully. There's always a few little drops that drop through. Have you noticed that? Like if you were to take a hose and kink it with your hand, there's still a couple drops that still continue to kind of filter their way through. Well, guess what, guys? If we're in a space of pinching off our own alignment, there's still alignment filtering through. But we're not able to benefit from that until we, in essence, unkink that hose and just feel and flow with our alignment. So, yeah. Oh, Jen's just doing some more behind the scenes stuff, some more behind the scenes magic. Gotta love it. So fun. Yeah, beautiful stuff. So, yeah, and this is cool too because there's just always so much more coming, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. Beautiful, beautiful things just feeling and flowing all the time, with everything and everyone that we are. I really love this too because it ties into the opposite of what we just read there, which is, and I'm reading this from my notes from Abraham now, which is they said, and don't make a career of knowing what you don't want or pushing against it. Yeah, isn't it so funny, guys, to think that people think that their career, their life's work, is to be righteous and show society what's what. And can you guys feel the manipulation? Can you feel the control? Can you feel the stress that could create by doing that? Oy vey. It's just so much easier to just be in a space of just creating your own joyful life experience. Yeah. It's so, so beautiful. So, yeah. Just give me a second here. Just adding some more stuff here. Yep. All good. All good in the hood. Um, yeah, I'll share one more thing too, because we're trying to do some technical stuff behind the scenes, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, it's all good. Yeah, and Jenny's saying, "I love it. Joy is the key. Joy is the key. Joy is the key. I can do it." Yeah, right. You probably haven't heard me sing on Facebook Live, but that's because I'm being more gentle with myself about just singing, and not doing it for the sake of showing off, but doing it for the sake of it's a joyful thing for me, guys. It is part of my joyful life experience. And for you, it's about you tapping in, tuning in, and turning on to what's joyful for your life experience. You know? Because, and being gentle with that, being gentle and knowing, like, well, I don't really know. Well, that's okay. Just what would feel a little bit better right now by doing that. Yeah, joy, joy, joy. Joy is the key. And yeah, just feeling and flowing with who you are, and being kind to yourself. Now, I will say this: if you've been so used to being like, no, but I got to be realistic, I got to be logical about my life, I've got to really, I've life is hard. Oh, here's my suggestion to that: don't focus on joy. That's too big of a leap. Yeah, you probably never heard people say that. No, you should always just focus on what you want, ideally. But if you can't focus on what you want yet, here's the beautiful bridging, guys. I'm so inspired to share this with you guys, and I'm so excited that we're doing this right now. If joy is too far of a stretch and life is hard, shoot for less hard. Shoot for less stress. Shoot for less pain. Shoot for less annoyance. Really focus on what would feel just a little bit better, and be gentle and be honest with what you're feeling when you're feeling it. If you're sitting here watching this going, my life sucks, can you focus on it being a little less suck? And it sounds like I'm being silly, and I have a playful vibe in this, of course, but I get it. If the momentum of what you don't want is so strong, to focus on what you want is such a far stretch. So just focus on what would feel a little less dissatisfying, a little less annoying, a little less fearful, right? There's lots of fear vibration going on right now too, guys. We're not saying go from fear to like, oh my God, I live in a safe and secure universe, if that's way too far of a stretch. But maybe fearful to a little less fearful. Maybe a little more secure, right? Maybe a little more flowing. Yeah, you got this. You've all got this. So, flow is the key. Yes, flow is the key. I think you just want me to keep singing, Jenny. Jen's saying too, yes, I'm being playful. Yes, be easy about your life. Don't challenge yourself. Instead, acknowledge and flow forward in the direction you prefer. Yeah. Isn't it so nice to know, guys, that we're not here to challenge anybody, and especially not ourselves, right? Challenge has turned into this word that's so buzzy, like, if you really want it, man, if you really want to show me how great your life is, man, then you're such an idiot that you don't know for yourself how you feel when you feel it, so you show me. Can you guys feel the motivated, manipulated strands? Isn't it so nice to just go with what feels good? And if you do feel like doing this or posting this or saying this, you do it because it feels good, not because somebody told you to, not because somebody challenged you to. And I know I'm being very, very specific with this, but this is a very big stream of human consciousness where people think that in order to get better, that you have to get worse first. Or in order to show that you're better, you need to really challenge yourself to show that you could overcome and triumph. Your inner being, your source energy, the essence and extension of who you are is asking for none of that. In fact, it's not even asking. You do the asking. It's beautifully guiding you and saying, we have what you desire, come this way. Yes, we see that you're challenging. We so know that here where we sit and where we stand, there is no challenge. There is only beautiful flow. And we have that beautiful flow for you. Come this way, come this way, come this way. And God is not fearing and loving. Source is not fearing and loving. Things are not testing you. None of that stuff could be further from the truth, guys. It's about knowing and feeling and flowing with the essence and the extension of who you are, which is this wonderful, unconditionally loving energy from one source, and it's a source of love and light. And when you can be okay with where you are, even if you're like, I'm really stressed, can you be okay with being really stressed? Okay, great. How can you feel a little less stressed, right? Not I'm stressed. Okay, now I need to feel amazing. I need to feel spectacular. That's nuts. And it's not real. And it's not sustainable. And it's not how law of attraction works. You don't go from feeling really, really crummy to really, really great all of a sudden. There's steps. There's beautiful, beautiful awareness. There's beautiful increments. There's beautiful gradients. And you get to experience those beautiful gradients. But you never think that, I'll be joyous when. No, be joyous in the journey. Perfect example of this, guys. Let's imagine that you were going from wherever you live to, let's just say, across your respective country. Well, if you were going across your respective country, you're not going to go, oh, I can't wait to get there. It's going to be so good when I get there. But you might. But most people, when they're doing that, they're also enjoying the journey. Ooh, I get to go through this Seder. Ooh, I get to go through this city. Or, wow, this town has no trees. My town has lots of trees. No, you're delighting and enjoying in the experience as it's unfolding. And then when you do get to the other side of the country, you're like, wow, what a journey it was to get here. And this is so good too. Because the joy is in the juice of the journey. It's in the juice of as it's unfolding, as it's taking place. And then even when you get to where you're getting to still feel the joy from that. So let's see here. I saw some really good comments, so I'm going to pause here and flow into that instead for a second. So Donna's saying, do and think opposite and it will show way better in your life. Right, Dave? Right, Donna. I love it. Yes, it's so good to just know that, we ask for what we ask for because we feel we're going to feel better in the getting of it. I use this example all the time, but I love that law of attraction is not saying, yes, we will give you this car because of all